Yeah, I swear I'm not like bipolar and having a meltdown. I was literally about to close up shop. And here we are. Yeah, like Russia is like threatening to go scorched earth. Yeah, I'm like, holy shit. Let me I think it's time to start streaming again. It's only 10 o'clock anyway. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go to bed. Nope, the fuck I'm not. You should stream this, Rich. This is important. Did you hear about the FBI raid? Yes. We may look into that, or that may be for tomorrow.
Ukraine's nuclear agency, who warns the situation is out of control and accuses the Russians of mining the site.
All right, so let's start off with an article first, so we get what's going on in its entirety. If I could talk today, Jesus Christ. Nuke fears. Russia threatening to blow up nuke plant with explosives as Putin plans scorched earth attack, claims Ukraine. Russia has threatened to blow up Europe's largest nuclear power plant and planted explosives on the site, Ukraine has claimed. Holy shit. State-run nuclear agency Energoatom, I have no idea, accused Vladimir Putin's forces of being ready to blow up the atomic plant in Pleh. They're showing him driving through the gates of the plant. Oh, wonderful. It's feared that Russians could blow up the power station. Russia and Ukraine have both accused the other of shelling around the plant in recent days and damaging radiation sensors. The fears of nuclear catastrophe similar to Chernobyl are looming over the war-torn country with accusations of nuclear blackmail. It has been long feared that Russia wants to use ZMBP, the biggest nuke plant in Europe, as strategic leverage, a nuclear shield, and control part of the energy to southern Ukraine. Energoatom has now accused, I just can't say the name, accused Russia of declaring their readiness to blow up the plant. The claim, which has not been independently verified, would be a significant escalation in the area, with the situation already being branded as suicidal and out of control. Blowing up the nuclear plant would cause a nuclear disaster across Ukraine, southern Russia, and could reach into Europe. If ZMPP blows up, it would be 10 times larger than Chernobyl. Holy shit. Radiation from Chernobyl nuclear disaster in 1986 left more than 70,000 square miles of land contaminated, 77,000 square miles. And the fallout cloud was even detected in the UK. Great. Yeah. Fantastic. Love it. Am I high slightly? Not as high as before.
Trucks, military trucks into
but that's not why I'm streaming again.
And this is actually mining of the plant.
Those claims unconfirmed, but Russia says it has actively tried to arrange for inspectors to visit the site. The alarm spreading across the globe. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres adding to calls for Russia to allow international inspectors.
Yeah, but it depends. Are the oligarchs trying to make Putin past tense? At that point, he has nothing to lose. So you don't know necessarily.
Access to the site.
Any attack to a nuclear plant is a suicidal thing, and I hope that those attacks will end.
Our thanks to Britt Clennett. Now to the ceasefire brokered between Israelis and Palestinians after a deadly weekend in the Middle East. ABC's Ariel Reshef is in Tel Aviv.
I hope you're right, Risbergu. I hope you're right. I don't want you to be wrong.
And joins us with the latest. Ariel, first just explain what sparked this latest round of violence between both sides and what the toll was there over the weekend.
Don't have a mini freak out over it. There's no need for a freak out, but it should be something that's paid attention to.
Well, Lindsay, Israel says it embarked on Operation Breaking Dawn that...
Bro, my live stream channel is whatever the fuck I want it to be, USA, at that moment.
55-hour operation in order to thwart what it called an imminent threat to its security from Islamic Jihad in the Gaza Strip. Israel says that it has...
I'm not over-exaggerating. It's a situation you should pay attention to.
Has eliminated at least two top commanders of Islamic Jihad, as well as several weapons smuggling tunnels and some rocket launching sites as well. And Islamic Jihad responding with 1,000 rockets fired from the Gaza Strip towards Israel over the course of 3 days. The Palestinians blaming Israeli strikes for killing at least 40 people, including...
Yeah, China is firing rockets. Oh, you know what we should watch?
15 children. Israel saying...
You know what we should watch? It's a very excellent documentary on Hitler. We're going down a dark route here, so brace yourself. Oh, there's a live stream. I am going to stop doing. I tried a premiere. I probably should have waited till tomorrow. Every time I do a premiere of the video, it hits with a resounding thud. Should have learned my lesson a while back. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where it is. Here it is. Psychology of genocide. Yes, monetization is off.
Impulse to a bet.
Monetization is off.
It's 1932. You're a young, poverty-stricken, working-class German.
A lot of this is going to sound real familiar. Real familiar.
With a starving family. You haven't had a job for months. Your savings have been wiped out. You're about to be evicted. You fought and saw the unimaginable during the First World War. 2 million of your countrymen, that's men you and your family often knew.
Look, autistic detail, I looked at it as like thorough detail. It was kind of done as a joke, not meant to be derogatory. People didn't like it. I kind of was like, yeah, I could see how you took it that way. I was doing it to be funny and not to be derogatory. I changed it. Not a big fucking deal.
Died, sometimes horrifically.
Not the end of the fucking world, you know?
1.5 million disabled veterans struggle to survive up and down.
Yeah, dude, the world's always been in turmoil in some way, shape, or form. Humanity is terrible.
The country. Addiction, alcoholism, prostitution, suicide, they're all endemic. Germany has been made to sign a humiliating peace treaty, pay unreasonable and economically devastating reparations to America, Britain and France, and cede territory on all of its borders.
Take away... Oh, I'll do it. Yeah, of course. I've watched 1 billion Stalin documentaries, absolutely.
Then, to top it off, the Great Depression hits. Liberalism and democracy are failing.
I was about to go to bed, Jesse, and then I saw this news with fucking Russia. We probably should watch the live news, but this is such an interest. It just kind of ties into everything.
Is 1,000% per month.
Mr.
Even
Miles,
money
I'm sorry,
is becoming
Lyoko.
worthless. Election after election fail to reach
Get out of here. You almost spent the year golfing. I believe it, though, absolutely.
majority. Parliament, that's the right staff, is unable to govern. Conservatives, liberals, communists, authoritarians, the church, the army, they're all competing for power. Moral values and attitudes.
What is Article 5? See, that's where I'm kind of... What Article 5 do?
Are blurred too. Religious belief continues to decline. Women's liberation sweeps Europe. Morals loosen. The jazz scene hits. To many, though, all of this depravity seems to be contributing to what's happening. Germany is at risk of extinction.
Yes, I'm back.
Enter
this is something I
Adolf
don't
Hitler.
expect often.
Charming, charismatic, seemingly brilliant. After being elected in 1933, he quickly revitalizes the German economy. Problem after problem seem to be miraculously fixed. You get a job, roads are built, reparations are halted. A wave of euphoria sweeps across the nation. Life in Germany becomes good again. Why? Because Hitler and the National Socialists stand firmly against all the things that were causing its destruction. The greedy capitalists, godless communists determined to overthrow the state, vindictive enemy countries abroad and an enemy within that connects all of these things, that's responsible for them all, that wants...
Yeah, so you see what happened is, you know, you fix the problems and people feel like, oh wow, look how great they are, and you gas them up, and then they're led to believe the lies. Article 5 triggers a NATO military response. Okay. And all these people begin to believe that all the problems were caused by the Jews, and they're like, hey, Hitler made my life better, so he has to be right. I'm oversimplifying, but not by much.
Wants you dead.
You could say the states are slipping into fascism too.
The Jews. For almost 10 years, you're surrounded by anti-Semitic propaganda and conspiracy theory. The Jews control Wall Street, Hollywood, America, Britain.
In his first year president, Trump spent 3 months and 1 day golfing. Yo, dude, I want to be president.
The Soviet Union. Then...
No, this title is not clickbait. I was showing something else talking about... It's a very interesting doc. We already watched about Mar-a-Lago. Where did... Let's see what they're saying.
America's #1 news, ABC News. Most watched, most trusted, and streaming live to you anytime, anywhere, and free. This is ABC News Live, America's #1 streaming news, free to you 24/7. Watch America's #1 news whenever you want it, wherever you are, anytime. ABC News Live, streaming live and free on all platforms.
Admit it, these days, what you need to know
seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know?
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it. Feel smarter.
Feel better.
Feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
I dropped the video. I forgot to tell my editor I dropped it.
It's all about you.
Thank you for loving the Phil video. The Phil video loves you back. My editor just messaged me like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, don't worry. I dropped it. It's fine. I got to talk about the Lady Decade video tomorrow. I got to talk about I Show Speed. I'm sure something else may pop up. I stream 3 fucking times. Yeah, don't worry. This will not happen. If I do end up doing a stream, it'll just be longer. I was about to close up, and then I saw what was going on.
He thought he was God.
He's now one of the most vilified men in the world. He is the everyman. Zelensky is the Tom Hanks of Ukraine.
The fact that a little nice Jewish boy is...
I always am nervous when they totally make it like one person's the hero. Look, Putin's a piece of shit. I'm not refuting that. Please don't misconstrue my words. But I don't know. I always kind of sniff propaganda too. Does that make sense? Do you believe this is... No, I don't believe this is the end of the world. Mike Wells, thank you for the super chat too. Thank you for loving PT, the Phil video.
5/7 is showing up this KGB agent in the Kremlin.
What do you say to Americans who see Russia and you not only as a rival, but an unfriendly adversary?
2 men at war.
Which Vladimir will take over. The world is not going to be the same.
Tonight, the breaking news as we come on the air in the West. Former President Trump saying his home, Mar-a-Lago, has been raided by FBI agents. Tonight, the news just coming in and what the former president said in a statement a short time ago, what he called an unannounced raid, and what this could all mean. John Carl standing by with late reporting. Also tonight, President Biden and his visit to Kentucky, the devastation, what he said about climate, and about his hard-fought victory, the historic bill that has now passed the Senate, now set to be passed in the House, the biggest investment ever in the U.S. fighting climate and cutting prescription drug costs, taxing corporate...
And if we get a conservative in office in 2024, no matter who it is, they're going to reverse all this shit.
And reducing the deficit. Tonight, what Republicans blocked, a cap on some insulin costs, and what they're saying about this bill. Rachel Scott on the Hill. As we come on this evening, the millions of Americans on alert for dangerous heat and flash flooding. The Northeast sweltering. Boston's heat emergency tonight, 5 days in a row now, topping 95 degrees. And the major flood concerns across several states at this hour, including Kentucky again. Rob Marciano tracking it all. Tonight, the new development after a chilling series of murders in New Mexico. 4 Muslim men targeted and killed in separate attacks in Albuquerque, and what police have now released tonight.
Why does it seem like a parody? Because sometimes it is, even though it's not meant to be. Yeah.
The war in Ukraine.
10-year plan. Oh, revolution. Oh, look, the next administration dismantled the climate change plan. Oh, my God, I'm shocked.
The U.S. tonight, the major new arms commitment, and what the Pentagon said today about Russian casualties. We had not heard this number before. And the concerns tonight around the world about the largest nuclear power plant in Europe, in Ukraine, and what's now playing out. Tonight, China's newest show of force around Taiwan, a record number of Chinese fighter jets flying into its territory. Bob Woodruff is there. Back here at home tonight, the urgent search for a missing 16-year-old girl. Her car missing, her phone out of service. The new development just coming in tonight about actress Anne Heche.
Who lost $80K?
Hospitalized after that car crash into a home. Her condition now revealed. And of course, the tributes pouring in for singer and actress Olivia Newton-John. The star turned icon.
All right, this is just news. I want to see like some kind of. Just go to Russia. Watch this. No. Yeah, we'll watch that. You just got a notification, or at least you got it. Russia
I'm Diane Macedo today on ABC News Live. A huge win for President Biden. The U.S. Senate has passed a sweeping economic package by a razor-thin majority. What it means for your health insurance and the cost of your prescription drugs. Flood warnings are in effect in several parts of the country after Denver was slammed by flash flooding overnight. People abandoned their cars in the middle of the highway, and hundreds were left stranded in Death Valley National Park, while thousands of flights have been canceled. We've got the latest. And the growing fears of a nuclear disaster in Ukraine. Officials there are blaming Moscow for a missile attack on a Russian-occupied nuclear power plant. Now, the new warning from Ukraine's nuclear agency. We begin with Senate Democrats passing that major health care, climate, and tax passage after a #1 domestic. And fears are growing of a nuclear disaster in Ukraine. Ukrainian officials are blaming Moscow for a missile attack on a Russian-occupied nuclear power plant, just missing a building where spent nuclear fuel is stored. Now the head of Ukraine's nuclear agency is warning that the situation is, quote, out of control. Britt Clennett is in Kyiv with the latest.
So if you try to go near it.
Alarm over fighting at Europe's largest power plant. The facility seized by Russian forces in March lies in Energodar, 76 miles from the strategic city of Zaporizhia in the southeastern part of Ukraine. Now both sides are accusing the other of carrying out attacks there. Russian state media releasing footage of smoke pouring over the plant. And Russia's defense ministry releasing these images they claim to show the aftermath of the strikes. But Ukraine says it is Russia who is shelling the facility, using it as a military base, cover for artillery fire. President Zelensky saying no such country in the world can feel safe when a terrorist state fires at a nuclear power plant. The head of Ukraine's nuclear agency with a powerful warning.
That situation at the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant is out of control at the moment.
Petro Cotton saying if shelling there continues, the consequences could be catastrophic.
And what is the main risk, technically, all political arguments aside, to the safety of the plant?
We are very close to the situation Fukushima, actually. And only
Oh,
one
wonderful.
line which connects nuclear power plant to the grid now supplies power to the own needs of the plant. If you have this line damaged, then you have already started an event for Fukushima.
Other experts say the risk is low of a nuclear disaster like the one that happened in Japan in 2011. Well, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is pushing for international inspectors to be allowed access to the site and warning that any attack on the plant is suicidal. Diane?
Munitions inside
All right, Britt
there.
Clennett in Kyiv, Ukraine for us. Stay safe, Britt. Thank you. And former UN Ambassador Bill Richardson told George...
All right. Tomorrow I will just stream longer. Don't worry. It won't be a complete disaster like it was today. Today was a mess. Thank you for all the support today. I'm probably going to try to stream from 7 to 12 tomorrow. But I also want to try to get to bed earlier to get my editor's stories earlier. So if there's any technical issues like it was today, there was a fucking ton today. Like, yeah, it really had, like, before, like, I was just like, man, I should even fucking stream today. But, yeah, I know he got arrested. Didn't he fake a SWAT? Now, I'm seeing the articles I just read was that he actually was swatted. Now I'm reading that people tell me he faked the swatting. Like, what happened there? I mean, I'm obviously going to do research, but no, there's going to be no fourth stream tonight. This will not happen again for an extremely long time. Thank you, Beast Gaming. So, all right, I'm heading out. I'll figure it out. Have a good night, guys. Keep it real, and I'll see you tomorrow with more content. Have a good one.